Advocating for one's health can be difficult at any age, but especially so for seniors. Experts say seniors may start to feel like their concerns are attributed to getting older rather than considering other causes. Here with more this morning is Donna DeRycke, the business support manager with Happier at Home. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing excellent. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Absolutely. Happy to.
It was a good point that was raised earlier in that introduction, just about being older and maybe feeling like your needs are not being met, or maybe you don't feel like you're being supported. What is one way that seniors can advocate for themselves and make sure that they are being heard?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as we age, even speaking for myself, as soon as I got around that magic number of 40, I felt like every complaint I had was somehow, well, you're 40 now, so those things are going to happen. And if you can imagine that at 40, as you age, 70, 80, again, it's easy to brush things off as just aging. But so it's important for our loved ones and, of course, ourselves to advocate for our health with our providers. One of the ways that seniors can help advocate for themselves is to keep a list of their symptoms or concerns in between appointments. It's great to prioritize that list, to keep your biggest concerns at the top. That way, if you happen to run out of time with your provider, you've hit those key points.
Yeah. When we talk about asking questions, what specifically should they be asking to make sure they are getting the right information? And then it's an engaging conversation where, again, they feel like they are being supported and heard.
Right. And I think sometimes asking the question can be a little intimidating because if you don't have a medical background, you might think, I have no idea where to even start or what to ask. It can be just as simple as, what does that mean? What test is that? What is the treatment? Sometimes doctors might use an abbreviation or reference a test that they want to run. And it can just be as simple as, can you tell me about that? I don't understand. Can you explain it to me? But then also, asking, what are the risks of that? What are the benefits? Is there a cost? Is this going to be covered under my insurance?
Yeah.
Questions like that.
These are good reminders for people that you are your own and best advocate. Also, talk about why it's important to bring someone else to an appointment with you, a loved one or a close friend.
Right. So if you or if your parent or loved one is at that point where they're starting to have some concerns, as we age, there may be some hearing loss or vision difficulty. We want people to be able to be as independent and advocate for themselves as long as possible. But sometimes when we are overwhelmed or really concerned about something, our brain kind of shuts down. We hear some news and we lose the rest of the conversation because we're so focused on what we just heard.
Sure.
So if you're able to bring someone with you, it doesn't have to be someone who has a medical background. It can just be a friend, a family member, a caregiver.
Yeah.
They can take notes. They might be able to ask some questions on your behalf to help clarify some things.
Yeah, it's always good to have a second set of eyes and ears. Thank you so much for your time this morning.